Zoids and fury in the sky. Zoids leads the iron pride. Roar of thunder, sound of tar, roar stand steady, battle floor. Blue guardians fight for peace, red muses stir the beast. Warriors of steel decide the fate, on Zoidstar no time to wait. Planet echoes with their wrath. Warriors treading metal path. Shadows dance in neon flash. Laser beams ignite the night. Iron claws in desperate flight. Moonlight breaks the crimson light. With courage steel, Subtitles leaves no chance to kneel. Force, Raynos, Holotech, energy, power source. Clash with the red dress in planet sea skies. Strike them down to the left, never Zoid dies. Built to be a high-performance machine. Raynos, Holotech in the air with fighter screen. Mach 3.3 airspeed leaves red dress cold. Clear the way for the mad thunder foretold. Built to be a high-performance machine. Raynos, Holotech in the air with fighter screen. Mach 3.3 airspeed leaves red dress cold. Clear the way for the mad thunder foretold. Shoot down rival aerial Zoids, Helios. Make them hard with the Zoid Air Force loss. Bear the helic banner from metal gloss. Rule the skies of planet sea, Raynos. With the red dress gun, the death for her fears. Charge on that thunder, impale with your spears. Raynos, Holotech will clear the way to win. Now's the Nebraska's last hope is gone, their sin. With the red dress gun, the death for her fears. Charge on that thunder, impale with your spears. Raynos, Holotech will clear the way to win. Now's the Nebraska's last hope is gone, their sin. With Zenevas got a new foe appears. The Gallows Empire in face match their gears. Drive them back to the dumps and it now. Gallows presence in our lands we can't allow. Shoot down rival aerial Zoids, Helios. Make them hard with the Zoid Air Force loss. Bear the helic banner from metal gloss. Rule the skies of planet sea, Raynos. A new Zoid age on planet sea now dawn. Gyros in base again with their Zoid pawns. Deploy Raynos, Holotech to face their drones. Shoot down their red dress and sinkers to the stones. Shoot down rival aerial Zoids, Helios. Make them hard with the Zoid Air Force loss. Bear the helic banner from metal gloss. Rule the skies of planet sea, Raynos. Shoot down rival aerial Zoids, Helios. Make them hard with the Zoid Air Force loss.